And it was at that point where I think, because again, most people, I guess that they do or they don't know, you have at the proper elite level, you have to have elite level fitness, but it's all, most of it's the mindset as well. And so say with boxing, how much of it is pure physical strength and speed, and how much of it is almost the the mental game, if that makes sense?
I think the mental side is massive. I'd probably say the mental side you need that more than the physical, in my opinion, because they say you can be beat before entering the ring. You know, a fighter can get in your head at the weigh-in the day before or just before you go into the ring. You know, he can beat you there, and the fight is done then. So you have to be really strong mentally to progress in the sport.
I'm a big fan of Tyson Fury. And I must have originally, when he first fought Klitschko, however long ago that was, I didn't like him. I thought he was a bit too abrasive, but over time he kind of really warmed to me. And I read his book recently, and he was talking about, I don't know if you've seen this, and it was when he was a junior coming through, and he was sent to Germany to train with Klitschko in his training camp. And they all went for saunas, and basically he was told, look, Klitschko is the sauna king. He has to go in first. He has to come out last. And, play by the rules, don't annoy him. And basically, there's a really funny story in the book where Tyson, and he started the mind games arguably 10 years earlier, and he was determined to outlast Klitschko in the kind of in this sauna, and basically he just started to get under his skin so much in advance. And then when he says that he finally came to fight him, he almost knew. Obviously, there's some swearing in the actual kind of book, but he knew he could get to him. And I think it is true that it's you often see in sport, if a team is going up against a bigger opponent, it can break people in advance, and I've kind of seen that. Can I ask, almost related to this, what kind of lessons do you feel that boxing or sport has taught you about life or that kind of thing?
I'd say definitely boxing has taught me a lot of lessons, and one of them is to be resilient. You know, just keep going, keep going. It's taught me to have a hard working mentality. Because if you don't put the work in, you're never going to get to the top of the sport. Because the next person, your opponent, if he's working twice as harder than you,
Mm-hmm.
you might be physically a better fighter. You might have the better attributes, but if he works harder than you in training camp, when it comes to fight night, he could win that fight. So it's taught me to really be hard working and really dedicated to my sport.
No, awesome. Do you ever get to mentor kind of younger boxers?
Not officially, I wouldn't say
Okay.
I've mentored before, but I do get messages now and then from younger boxers who are in the sport and looking to come up the ranks, just asking me for just basic advice, and I'm always willing to do it because that's where I started as well.
Yeah.
So it's a really good thing to do for the younger ones looking to come up.
Because I think it's almost, it's a leadership point that it's great to do and give advice, but then it's great to help people who are just, they obviously look up to you and what you've done and what you've achieved. And it's no, it's cool. Because with my guest who was on the other day, her name's Charlotte, and we were talking about, so she was a swimmer, and we were actually talking about how a lot of the skills and stuff that you can learn from sport to do with leadership, hard work, resilience, which really kind of play off in business. So, at some point longer down the road, and we'll almost kind of get to it later, I imagine a lot of the stuff that you've learned will be huge traits that are massively valuable, to either a company or if you ever kind of set up on your own.